Hi, Nancy with Sew Original, another video for beginners, sewing for beginners. How to patch shirts, specifically wool shirts. This guy loves his wool shirts, but they are pretty shredded. There are moth holes everywhere. But you know what? A wool shirt is a really good thing, and it was expensive, and it's worth saving. So here's a hole. I don't know how zoomy in we can get on this thing. So the first, you can see wool, this type of fabric is a fairly loose weave. So what I'm gonna start doing is with my fingernail, I'm gonna just try to bring these threads closer together. So they're as close as possible so you don't have a hole. You can't do this with really big holes, but with this it will work. Now for patching, you have a million choices. And if you're a beginner and you don't have a big collection of stuff, there's so many things you can buy that are easy. You can buy little pre-made iron-on patches. They have a tendency to be kind of stiff, but they're very sturdy. You have to hold the iron on for a long time and use lots of heat and lots of steam to get these to stick. That's very important. Or they make stuff called Fusible Interfacing, and they make it a million different types. You can get woven. One side has this roughness to it, and as you can see, it doesn't stretch. This is good for woven fabrics. It comes in usually just white and black. They also make a stretch one, which is really nice for stretch fabrics. And then there's non-fabric. It's the brand name is generally Pellon, but it's a manufactured fiber that is not a woven piece of fabric. These are good for masks because it doesn't let you breathe through as much. I probably just messed up my lipstick. So for this, I'm going to use some woven fusible interfacing that I've pre-cut into little pieces. And I'm going to use a pretty big piece here because the fabric around this area is kind of weakened. So you don't want to just put a little tiny patch. I'm going to protect this baby. Always use a press cloth. I use silk organza. It's not the cheapest thing, and you usually have to order it because most fabric stores don't sell it, but it's the best. But if you don't have silk organza, use just a thin piece of cotton fabric, a sheet, something like that. Okay, so apparently my iron is almost out of water, but it's okay. So you're gonna put it on high heat. You're going to hold it on for a long time, either with patches or with interfacing. You need a lot of heat and a lot of steam. My steamer is about out of water, but there we go. Now we got some steam. Okay, so, and be sure that you don't have your fusible interfacing hanging around your hot iron because you will ruin your iron. Well, you can clean it. So then if you look at the other side, this isn't too bad. This black thread doesn't look too pretty. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch with very tiny stitches. I'm going to get the closest matching thread I can and just do some stitches around here to reinforce it. But as you can see, this is adhered. I'm going to go over it again. You can't overdo this, and don't be afraid of heat when you're using wool and interfacing. So that's a way to salvage your beautiful wool shirts. Thanks. Join me next time.